So good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's presentation. My name is Lisa Panton. I'm an Elite Pro 8 distributor with LifeVantage, and I'm based out of Yorkshire in the UK. And every week here on a Thursday, we come together and we like to share different distributors' LifeVantage story for the purpose of those people who are looking at LifeVantage as a business opportunity. Maybe you're even interested in our products, and there's that reason that you could be here as well. But you've looked at the information, you've maybe watched the Learn video, and this video is about sharing other people's stories and experiences with you. I know that when I first got started, it was these stories that completely inspired me to, number one, become a distributor, but also when I became a distributor, to help me see that there's people just like me out there doing really well in the business. And so I found that those stories were really useful when we talked to our team. They all feel like that was something to do with one of the decisions, maybe a story that somebody shared or they heard somewhere else was one of the inspirations for them. And so we like to be able to share these stories with you guys so that you can hear of other people's experiences of becoming a LifeVantage distributor. And so this evening we have a very special guest coming all the way. I didn't realize Tanya was in BC, Canada. I thought she was like in the middle, in Edmonton or somewhere like that. So I'm really excited that you're able to join us because it's a lot earlier in the day where you are, Tanya. Tanya is based in Canada. She's a mom. And I'm sure she's going to share a little bit about that. I'm not going to share too much about her story. I believe you have a background in hairdressing as well, but you're a barrel racer. You're a fellow equestrian, and you are super passionate about being able to share this product in the equestrian industry and also with others in the equestrian industry as well. So Tanya is a Pro 7 elite distributor. And all I'm going to say about that is it means that Tanya gets to earn a full-time income now with LifeVantage. And it also, if you want to find out more details about how much the distributors earn, then whoever invited you to this presentation will be able to direct you to something what we call the income disclosure statement, which is a document our company produces for our stakeholders every year to share exactly how much the LifeVantage distributors in LifeVantage earn. So with that, I want to welcome Tanya to the call. And I think, Tanya, let's just start off first of all. Where were you before LifeVantage? What is your background outside of LifeVantage? And how or what was it that had you think about becoming a distributor?
Sure, it's great to be here, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. We've been meaning to do this for forever.
I know, and it's so neat that we can connect around the world. But I'll share a little bit about my background. I grew up on a horse, so I've always had horses. I've always barrel raced. My family is cattle ranchers, so I've just kind of grew up in that. I have had my own business in the past as a hairdresser. I also am an equine therapist. I went to college over here for 2 years to become an equine therapist, to learn about the horse industry because it really is my passion. I had a bad injury that basically ended both of those careers. Ended my hairdressing career, ended my equine therapist career to some point. I couldn't do the massage therapy and that such. Luckily, I found these products, which has helped me hugely, and I'm just starting now to get back into the equine therapy. But I find all of my hats that I've worn throughout my life have always been to serve and help people. So when this happened, I honestly was devastated. And I found an office job. Well, when you're in the market of serving people, sitting at a computer on an office job all day is not really my cup of tea. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful daughters, my oldest one being 21, my youngest one being 3. And it used to kill me when I would have to drop them off at the babysitter. Like, to have other people raise my babies, it broke my heart. And finally, my 3rd daughter, I was on maternity leave and I was dreading having to go back and sit in that office. I was like, I don't want to do it. And so this opportunity, it's kind of all over the map how things happen in life, right? Because my horse actually injured himself. He fractured his cannon bone, had a bad suspensory injury. It was bad. And this is like my heart horse, who I love dearly. And so I was scrolling on Facebook and I came across this product and this testimonial that explained how these can heal on a cellular level and activate the pathways. And because I do have a background in the horse industry, I was like, whoa, what are you saying? And I was like, no, this is too good to be truth. But I was desperate. I was desperate to help my horse. And so I ordered the product for my horse. Little did I know it would change my life too and my health. But I ordered it for my horse and I got him started on it. And my vets were amazed. They said that the way he had fractured his cannon bone was actually a line that went down this way. So they said if he should move or twist or anything at the wrong angle, then that is it. And I was like, oh my goodness. And also he suffers horribly from ulcers. He's been ulcer prone. He doesn't do good in a big, a little pen. He's a big horse. He's not as big as Lisa's horse by any means.
I don't think everyone says.
I know, I'm a barrel racer, so he's big, but not that big. And so basically she said, if we can keep that from happening and we can keep his mind, that he will not go crazy locked in this box stall until he heals, you'll get your horse back. But she pretty much, I could see it in her eyes. She pretty much was like, let's hope for the best. So ordered the Nrf2, got him on it. I took away all painkillers because I knew those would hurt his stomach. And I just threw all my trust into this product. And I was amazed. The swelling went down. He was in way less pain and he was calm. I was like, this is not my horse. He is locked in a box stall. He is calm. He was good to deal with. 6 months, probably around the 5-month mark, I took him in for a checkup and you could see in the vet's face, she's like, he looks really good. Like he has healed up better than expected. Like she was kind of amazed at the progress that he had made, but she said, if you can, just to be on the cautious side, let's just go the full term of what they suggest, which was 6 to 7 months with a fractured cannon bone. So I did it because I knew in my heart, I probably could have, started exercising and working him at 5 months, but it was winter over here. And I was like, sure, we'll go the 7 months just to be sure. And I literally got my horse back. Like the next year, I got him in shape again. I went out barrel racing and he was on top of his game. Like it was not like we had not missed a beat. Like I was super happy about that.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine from hearing that it would be a no-brainer, especially as being an equine therapist, that you would want to share and let those type of results and let other people know like the results that you'd had. So at that point, you were using the product yourself and you were using it on your horse as well. And is that what prompted you to want to become a distributor? How did that happen? Because I know you had some incredible success pretty quickly in your business. So walk us through what happened then. Do you even remember? A bit of a whirlwind.
I do. I honestly, when I bought the product, I signed up as a distributor, but I'm what I classify myself as a kidnapper. I'm one of those people that become a distributor, right? And then I just buy the product, you know, but I had seen such amazing results with this product. I was like, the whole world needs to know about this. Me being a horse person, working on a ranch, I've worked hard my whole life. Lots of physical labor. Just the act of riding horses is hard on us. Like, you know, packing hay, water. My back was done. Like, I was sore. You know, I would do a barrel run and I would go lay in my trailer and cry and try and catch my breath because my back hurt so bad. And so that's why I started taking the products, and it just really had changed my life. And so I became a distributor.
In what way did you find that the product had helped you in the best way that you can explain?
In the best way that I can explain it is the inflammation and the pain in my back. I could sleep because I wasn't waking up and rolling over all the time because of the pain. My back muscles didn't tighten up every time that I would get on my horse and try and ride. I had gone to the chiropractor. Like, I was going to the chiropractor probably 3 times a week. I tried massage, I tried acupuncture, and they all helped. But I had to continue doing that, and going to the chiropractor and doing all those things 3 times a week when you're a mom, it doesn't work. You know, you just don't have the time for it, as well as looking after your animals and stuff. So it started to be more and more time in between chiropractor visits. And now I basically go to the chiropractor maybe 2-3 times a year, just for maintenance. And I go for massages because I enjoy massages now. I don't have to go for massages because I'm in pain. So just literally that. I pack around my daughter all the time and play with my kids, and pain-free.
Isn't that incredible, from being able to having to get off the horse and go lay down in the trainer because you're literally feeling the pain and the stress in your body, to not being in that situation? That alone is life-changing, especially as a competitive rider. You want to keep going, you want to keep doing it, but it certainly takes the edge off it if it's so uncomfortable and hard on your body to be able to do so. That's really exciting. So that at that point, that's when you started thinking, maybe I could do something with this.
Yeah, I was just so passionate about it. I was like, I have to share this with everybody I know. You know, being in the horse industry, I have so many friends with horses with so many issues nowadays. And I was like, the world needs to know about this. I had a wonderful lady in my upline, and she told me, she's like, Tanya, if you're going to be successful at this, you have to go to events. And I was like, yeah, you gotta go to events. You know, what's going to happen at an event, right? But I did, because I did want to be successful in this department, because it was finally something I had found that I was passionate about, something that changed lives, something that helped people. I wasn't able to be a hairdresser and make women feel beautiful. I wasn't being able to massage horses and help them in that manner. So this kind of brought it both like all together and allowed me to help people. So I went to this event. It was in Anaheim, California, I think was my very first event. And just to meet the people, oh, I was amazed. I felt like I was with a group of people that I had known my whole life. It was, you know, the culture there and the people there were so much fun. It was so comfortable, and I just got to know so many good friends. I think that's where I actually met a few times, Lisa. That's why I'm not sure what event we met at, but yeah.
It was either there or Long Beach. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was one of those. It was in California, I'm for sure. So I know we have to be really careful with telling people what these products do, because we have to be compliant, and we're not a licensed drug. It's a nutritional supplement. But can you give some examples, because there'll be someone that either listens to this or is watching this that has their own horses, or they know other people with horses, or that are in that industry. And give us an example of, I know you've had so many customers of people that have equines and other animals that have been using this product. So give us, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 examples of amazing stories that you've seen with using the product. And by the way, by sharing these, we're not trying to claim that we treat, cure, or prevent anything, I should add.
Yeah, and every horse's case is different too. It depends on, their total overall health of their body. But it's amazing. Like lots of times they're like, oh, Tanya, how can this little pill help so many different things, right?
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is I'm always like, without being too sciencey, I'm like, just Google oxidative stress and horses. Like it will amaze you the things about oxidative stress. I took a 2-year equine therapy course here in Canada. Not once was oxidative stress mentioned. And I'm like, well, why? And I think why is because they didn't know how to reduce it till now, right?
Yeah.
Anything with inflammation, just for maintenance purposes, I have all my horses on it. My good barrel horse, one of my other horses backed out of the trailer and T-boned her, and she twisted her leg really funny, and she kind of wouldn't put weight on it and wasn't really walking. This is just one of my incidents, but her body was already activated with the Nrf2. And so I just gave her an extra one. And it's like your body just goes to work to take away pain and inflammation right away. Right. So within a couple days, she was back to normal, good walking and stuff. Same as hoof growth. If we have people, and we have a lot of issues with hooves, bad farriers, or even incidents where there's an injury and it has to grow out the hoof. This product makes, it just makes the body so healthy. I'm amazed by the hoof growth. And so is my farrier. My farrier loves me because the bad side of it is he has to come more often because my horses have healthy hooves. They're tough, they're strong, they grow out. You can grow out any issues quickly. We've seen some amazing stories of horses with cuts and everything. Just the amount of time they heal so much faster. Anything really, we know that anything with endoitis, arthritis, all of those are inflammation, and the Nrf2 helps the inflammation in the horses. So I use it as a preventative because if my horse should get injured, I know that his body will go to work in fixing that right away. What's another one? For some reason, and I'm not sure why, but ponies. If anybody has miniature ponies, ponies are always overweight. They founder. They're just hard little animals to look after, right?
Yeah.
And this seems to they do amazing on it. It's helped with the founder and just all of that. And it also, I don't know how really medical we need to get here. But horses don't have a gallbladder. And so they don't digest food as like we do. So I just find giving them the Nrf2, it helps their body to function as it should. And we don't have to overload them with a joint supplement, with a calming supplement, with a this, with a that, right? We can simplify it. It's way better for their system and they just flourish. They're calm, they're happy, they're fun, and they just are.
Absolutely. And so you went from joining as a distributor. How long did it take you to go elite? Which, again, if you're interested in understanding what that means and what earnings are involved in becoming these levels of distributors, there is an income disclosure statement that will help with that. But so an elite distributor is a really good, in fact, it's way above a full-time income for most people. How long did it take you from the moment that you said, aha, there's something in this, I'm loving the results that I'm getting, I see the results that the horses are getting? How long did it take you from that moment to get to an elite level?
I was asked this question the other day, and I was like, you know what? It's crazy. I haven't even kept track of dates or like wrote it down because I've just been so excited about sharing this with people. But I believe it was just under 2 years.
Yeah.
That
Which is
it took me to
incredible.
do that. And when I had started, when I had actually made the decision that this is what I was going to do, it was because I didn't want to go back to my full-time job. I wanted to stay home with my girls, right? So I had kind of set a goal of what income I needed to bring in for my family to be able to do this and to not go back to my full-time job.
Yeah.
So I think it was a little under 2 years, and that was to make income 5 times of what I made at full time.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's life changing,
Yeah.
to say the least, because yeah, I had set a goal to just make what I did make at my full-time job. And over here in Canada, my full-time job was in an office, but it wasn't minimum wage by any means. It was considered a well-paying job in my area.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering really quickly if anybody has any questions. Do put them in the chat and we'll try and answer them. But there's so much of that I can relate to, because I was just like you when I first got started in this industry. I was 8.5 months pregnant. I just knew there's absolutely no chance I am going back to that job. I don't know how, but I'm not. And then this opportunity came across and I just said, that's it. I saw the opportunity, grabbed it, ran with it. And that was exactly very similar to my story too. But it's funny what you say about the healing time of the horses, because obviously, you know, I have a huge horse. He's nearly 18 hands, I think. And it keeps growing. It's like 10. It shouldn't still be growing, but I'm sure he gets bigger all the time. He's because he's big and he's got quite a personality. He's quite accident prone. So we've been going through, he's actually, and that's a question I want to ask you, because I've been dose loading him on 4 a day for quite a little bit, because we had some arthritic changes that we started to see. And so I've put him on that, and then we've dropped him down to 2 a day now. But he recently had an abscess on top of that, which it was in where he was having treatment, and we found that it's really helped, I believe, with how that's working out. But I'll tell you what happened. We came up one morning and we have no idea how, but he'd cut his face so badly down to the bone that it was like hanging open, and it needed his bone rasping and stitching back together. And I cannot tell you, I put it together and I let it dry until the stitches were dry. And then just as the stitches were due out, I started to dab the Nrf2 cream, activated cream, just on it so it didn't wet it too much. And then when they took his stitches out, I did the same. I patted it around, and then I saw it drying out. The scab came off, and then I was plastering it on. And I have to send you the pictures, because it is, I never thought it was going to look like it does. It's healed so quickly. The vet has even said how he can't believe how clean and how good it looks in comparison to the injury that he had. And I'm telling you, it's definitely helped with that for sure. So how many do you give, or do you recommend, if they're giving it to the horses, how many do you usually suggest? Okay, or have you found that's working for people that you're aware of?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people too, Lisa, say, how can you give like a huge horse the same dose that you would give a person, right? Yeah. And honestly, horses are more sensitive to herbs than people are. So this is how we get by with this. They just are. They're more sensitive than we are. And so basically, if your horse has an issue going on, we start with 2 pills a day. Mm-hmm. If your horse has a major issue, like, we're not allowed, I'm not claiming anything here, the big C word, like the big cancer, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, a major issue, like your horse is starting to get arthritis or like has a lot going on, then definitely 4 a day. If you just have a healthy horse and you just want maintenance, or if you've kind of given him the dosage of 2, you've seen the results that you want in your horse, then you just bump him down to 1 for maintenance, because like horses are prone to also oxidative stress just from exercise, just from the environment, just from like everyday living. So just to have them on it for maintenance is huge.
Yeah. Because it's that oxidative stress that then leads on to injuries and other things down the road as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. I was still seeing if there was anything else that I wanted to ask. And I think that's it. A lot of your team are also equestrians too, right?
Yeah, over here we've built lots. There has been a lot of people who have built a good business in the equine world over here. And the bonus is it goes to dogs. Every barrel racer over here has a dog.
Right.
So, you know, we have the pet tandem that helps the dogs, or you can use the Nrf2 and the riders. So it's really, you know, it's really for everybody.
Here's where I see this as such a useful product. So there's a lot of professional riders, you know, that have made their career in riding horses, whether they be show jumpers, eventers, you know, whatever discipline they're in. And they get to later on in life, right? So there may be, I don't know, 50, 55, 60 years old. They're still riding every day, training horses, riding multiple horses every day. This product, Tanya, is a godsend for those people. This industry is so hard on your body, the work, but also the knocks and the kicks and everything else that comes with it. This is a priceless product for those people, don't you think?
It definitely is. One of my good friends, she has worked a cattle ranch her whole life. She amazes me. Like she, you know, she rides every day. She's worked a cattle ranch her whole life. She's worked hard. And she last year started on this product because she was starting to break down. She's in her 70s. And she had worked hard up until then, and she was just starting to break down. And she started on these products, and she was like, you know what, Tanya? She's like, I feel like I could go back to work again. She's like, I feel amazing. And I was like, Lois, I was like, just enjoy your life. Like, you've put in 76 years. Like, enjoy feeling good. And yeah, it does. It does so wonders for people.
Amazing. I have a friend too. She's 65. And she still schools 2 horses for an hour a day every day and competes at the weekend. And I'm like, you put me to shame, first of all, but she absolutely loves this product. There's so many benefits that she feels. And if it gets anywhere near to the point where she's running out and she can't have any, she's on the phone. Like, I need my magic pills. So I definitely see a market for that, for those as really key people that would love this product and get a ton of benefits from it. So I think we're going to wrap up. I think that's plenty to discuss for this evening. I didn't see any questions come up, but if anybody does have any, I'll make sure that I ask and come back to you. So I just want to thank you so much for joining us. There's so many people that could benefit. There's so many animals that could benefit from these products, but there are so many people. Let's just finish on this note. In COVID, what, you know, if you were running a hairdressing business right now, Tanya, where would you be?
I would be out of business. Sad to say, really. Yeah.
And there's go ahead.
Oh, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but over here in Canada, yeah, for a long time, they shut down a lot of businesses. And if you didn't have your business in your home, you probably wouldn't have made it.
Yeah. It's the same here again. Right now, we're on lockdown again until March, I think it is. And people, you can't leave your home unless it's an essential business. So I think about the people that are physiotherapists, animal therapists, trainers, instructors, all these people in the industry that, you know, probably looking and need to have other ways to be able to create an income rather than the physical going out and being with people jobs right now, because this isn't going away, I don't think, anytime soon. So yeah, what I would suggest you do if you're listening to this, get back to whoever invited you to watch this conversation, and they will tell you either what to do next, or if you've got some questions that are specific to you, then they will introduce you, and they don't know how to answer them. They'll make sure that they can put you in touch with somebody who can. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, Tanya. I look forward to catching up with you in person again soon at some time, when I don't know when that's going to be right now, but at least we get to do this, right? And we still get to connect and see each other virtually.
Yes, definitely.
I see Fiona said, I started my Rottweiler on them because they were seeing it had arthritis. I put her bag on them. Good chat tonight, really enjoyed it. I'll put her bag on them. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you mistyped that.
Lisa,
Sorry,
that's my friend. Hi, it's Michelle. I'm sorry, I'm in my pajamas, everybody.
Go
I
ahead,
apologize.
Fiona. You can unmute and tell us. I'm happy for you to share.
That's my friend Fiona. Hi, Fiona.
Hi,
Glad you're on the call. So yes, please put Cara back on them, because she's such a beautiful dog, even though I'm afraid of Rottweilers, but she is a beautiful dog. And she talks to me over the fence. So yes, do put her back on them, because she done really well.
I have the place where I keep my horse, the owner of the place there, they have a dog, and he started on them, and he's done amazing. He's had a lot of different issues. He's been in rehab for quite a while, and he's gone from not really being able to do the treadmill to now swimming in the pool, and they can't even stop him and get him out because he enjoys it so much. So yeah, you've got to give it a little bit of time. I think sometimes you see it quicker in the dogs than you do in the people and the animals for some reason. But yeah, absolutely. I would definitely put it back in. What is the best? So what I'll do is we'll wrap up the call here. I think actually Donna was saying, Tanya, what is the best question to approach an equine professional? There you go. There's one for you.
Lisa, I get this question a lot.
I bet you do.
And most of the people that I chat with about NRF2 with their horses are mostly people who have issues, right? So as an equine therapist, I know what those issues stem from, so I can help them. But a good thing to start with is we know that dogs and horses are more susceptible to oxidative stress than people are. That's why they don't live as long as we do, right? Yeah. And so lots of times I just simply ask the people, like, have you heard of oxidative stress? Do you know what it does to your horse?
Yeah.
Right? It's a simple question, and it just kind of gets the conversation flowing. And it just blows my mind how many people don't know about oxidative stress. It's so important in horses, in dogs, in people. And I understand why we don't know about it, because our doctors weren't taught anything about it. The medical profession, they know. If you ask your doctor what's oxidative stress, he'll tell you, but he doesn't know how to reduce it. So we have our hands on something so amazing. It's the only product that can actually reduce oxidative stress.
Yeah. And there's the thing is as well, if you go to your average doctor and you ask them if they know about NRF2 or the NRF2 pathway, I mean, I would say 99.9% of them won't know, because it's very new science. When you look at the years of medical journals and training and everything that's gone on, it's really, really new science in terms of that. So yeah, absolutely. Again, another tip that Tanya said is to ask people to go and Google the effects of oxidative stress and equines or horses. And that alone shows you all of the things that it's related to, so it can help people start to understand it as well. All right, guys, good chat this evening. Thank you so much, Tanya, for joining us here. I'm happy to come and join you on your call anytime. And thank you everybody for joining us. And if there's any other questions, shoot them over and we'll be sure to get them answered. But get back to whoever invited you to the call and they'll be able to help you with what to do next, or introducing you to somebody who can answer the questions at their cart. So good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. Take care.
Good night. Bye.